Welcome to Seeking God, where we consider the questions and stories regarding faith. What is important to you? In the early morning hours, as we look out at the landscape of our day, the commitments of our time that we have made to ourselves and to others, how does it seem to you? I remember times when we were assured that with the advent of the calculator and then later the computer, that we would find ourselves holding leisure time close and keeping work time within certain bounds. Our commitments would be more toward our families and our friends and less toward our tasks and our jobs. How is that going? In the morning, as I look out at the landscape of my time, I become aware of the demands. I become aware of the commitments. And even though I use calculators and computers on a regular basis, my time seems rushed, and my commitments seem overwhelming. How about you? Where are the times of your day that bring you peace? Where are the times of your day that you can enjoy leisure? Where are the times in your day when you can pray? I raise this not because I want to evoke guilt. I think it's a rational and reasonable question that we must ask ourselves on a regular basis. What is important to us? We make decisions about that. We make choices about it all of the time. Oftentimes we do those as reactions to situations. We find ourselves reacting to how someone treats us, to what we read or see or hear. And our reactions invite us to get caught up in the rush and hurry of the day, the overwhelming nature of life. I find it more helpful at times to respond rather than react, to take time to consider my options. Do I have to react the way that I want to or inclined to do? Is that necessary? And not only is it necessary, but is it best? What are my other choices? What is important to me? I make an assumption about you watching these videos, and that is that there is something about this journey, this aspect of seeking God, that is important to you, that somehow it touches you or somehow it challenges you. And therefore you find this a place to be engaged and to do what you need to do or to do a part of that. So there's something about this that is important to you. What about your spiritual journey? What about your journey of faith is important to you? I often find that for myself, being engaged with other people is a place where some of that need gets fed, where I can journey and I can know that I'm not journeying alone. I often find too that the rush of everyday life necessitates that I find a place where I slow down, where I am quiet, where I wait patiently for the holy. Is this important to you? Where in your daily life can you carve out time to not rush, to not be texting or phoning or emailing, or even necessarily be in a group? Where can you and I find the time in our lives to slow down and to wait for God? You see, I think we often use the rush, the hurry, the necessity to always be busy, the busyness of life, to distract us from our spiritual quest. We may try to paint it over to somehow claim that this busyness is where our life of faith is. But I suggest that we need for ourselves and for our relationship with the divine to be quiet, to wait, and to be patient. For myself, I claim this as time of prayer. When I am not seeking something from God, but waiting and listening and wanting to hear from God what God needs from me. What is important to you? Thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for joining me in seeking God.